Hi Leo, what's up? Welcome to your February reading. I hope you're all doing very well. We're going to be seeing what messages want to come through for you guys for the month of February. See what you need to look out for, overall what you can expect. If this reading is helpful or insightful, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info's in the description box down below. And let's get right on into your reading, Leo. How are you doing? The full moon is in your sign. As of today, full moon in Leo. I'm doing your reading on the 11th, but the moon is freaking full. When I looked at the stars the other day, literally yesterday, the moon was like 97% illuminated. So you can't tell me it's not full. It's freaking full. And holy crap, what is going on? This is the fourth time in this week's set of readings. This card has come out for Aries, for Libra, for who was it? Who did I post yesterday? My schedule has been so wacky. I'm trying to get back on like my regular schedule, but for like uploading signs, and I don't even remember who did I post yesterday? I don't even remember. Oh my god, or who did I post today? Basically, a lot of signs have been getting this card. This is kind of like the Ace of Cups in this fairy deck. It's a fairy oracle. Anyways, I don't know, I'm getting distracted, Leo, I apologize. But everybody's been getting this card, and this card is all about love, it's all about harmony, it's all about fun, it's all about expression and connection, and oh, it's so beautiful. It's really, and we have Fairy, who was kissed by the pixies at the bottom. This is all about love. And we all know, February, month of love. We got Valentine's Day coming up, so yeah, okay, well, I'll talk more in depth about it. I just want to see what your other messages are. Oh, that's a big stack. But I'm seeing the first card is Unity, which is all about coming together and like bridging any gaps. It's about forming connections. It's about like everything is all one, right? And so it's like you're seeing yourself in others, or you're finally feeling like you belong. We have Indie coming out. So you have a choice coming up. I think Aries had Indie in their reading. We have Gotcha. You have a very big decision coming up, Aries. Oh, not Aries. Who am I reading for? This is for Leo. Some of y'all dealing with Aries. Some of y'all got Aries placements. There is a decision coming up about a relationship, or there is something. Well, your emotions are definitely a big factor in this choice you have coming up, and you're trying to feel what way to go, or what you should do, what you should choose. Gotcha comes out typically when there are some surprises, there are some tower moments, there are some kind of moments in your life that kind of sweep you off your feet for better or worse. Gotcha is more of like a very intense being hit by the karmic bus. Like, there's nothing you can do to avoid this. This is destined to happen. This is written kind of in stone. Like, this is an event that is taking place that could very well be a reflection of your worst fear, because Jehubia is at the bottom. Jehubia represents your fears and nightmares. So I'm like, oh my god. Is it one of these readings? I hope not. But so far, it's like, maybe you're just afraid of the repercussions of making this choice. You're worrying about how this is going to have some kind of implications or ripple effect, or how it might affect you and your future or others. There is kind of like a fear of making a choice or making the wrong choice, basically. Geo, the slow is underneath Jehubia, so it is saying like to slow down your mind and take your time and just pay attention to the little details, slow down and observe, and you don't need to rush. Because some of y'all are in this rushing, like, oh, I have time is running out, I gotta hurry, I gotta go, I gotta make this choice, but it's like you actually have more time than you think you do. Time is on your side. But yeah, you're like weighing out options here. I would say keep your eyes peeled. There might be something else that comes in that you aren't expecting. You're currently weighing out two options. There's a third option that you aren't aware of that is on its way to you. Okay, there's another way out. All right, but with the Singer of Chalice, this is bringing in more like hope and optimism. This is definitely bringing in like help and support. It is showing that there will be like connections that are going to be highlighted here, relationships, love and romance, or it does feel like there will be some sort of blessing that comes out of this that maybe you're having a hard time seeing right now. Your numbers so far are 12, 63, and 64. Let me just put this on here. Okay. Okay, let me get you a little bit of advice on how to work with this energy, because it's quite intense. It's quite intense. You might be going back and forth, or just having doubts about something. You're trying to avoid something, but I don't know if you can avoid it entirely, to be honest. You might be able to put a little bit of time and space, but I do feel like it's only a matter of time before whatever it is that you've been avoiding or ignoring will come up. Right, we got that full moon in Leo. I will pull some Moonology cards later in this reading to see what wants to come through during this time, but let's see. So your first card, as kind of like advice on how to handle this, is like answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Well, you know what your soul is calling you to do, but you keep going back and forth about it, or you're not entirely trusting it. Now we have boundaries at the bottom. I'm gonna pull some more cards, but it says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? So if this is the thing in like your relationships where you're being, you know you need to stand your ground, you need to put your foot down, you need to stand up for yourself, or you need to draw the line of this is not tolerable, I will not accept this, right? But you're like, oh, but what if something bad happens, or what if they leave me, or what if I'm disliked for this? We have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Literally step up, stand the fuck up, put your foot down, and take the lead. Take the chains, take the wheel. All right, it's time for you to get control over this situation. Right now with these fairy cards, you may be feeling a bit powerless, or someone has power over you, or someone's maybe trying to fearmonger you. But we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. So there is something unfolding that's connected, like whatever the situation is that you're dealing with at this moment, Leo, is connected to the bigger picture. It might not make entirely a lot of sense at this moment, but in the grand scheme of things, everything that's happening is happening for your highest good, and you are so divinely protected. I do feel here, you guys had this message like this last week where it was like, leadership role, or like you're a very important person and there's like some kind of soul mission that you are going to be part of, or you're going to be accomplishing, or creating a huge ripple effect in the world or other people's lives. Like you guys definitely had that reading within like last week or the week before, I can't remember. It was very powerful, it was very intense, it was very interesting. So maybe go back to that reading after this if you're interested in that. If you missed it, we have who or what is triggering you. With play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. I do think you guys are needing to have more fun, because I do get a very serious, intense vibe with these cards that are coming out. So I don't know, Aquarius season might just be hitting you very hard. You're taking this new role or new position. Somebody maybe started a new job, or you're looking to, sorry, I'm getting congested all of a sudden. You're looking to step up in some sort of way that will have a huge impact on like the world, something like that. Or like there's some deep calling that you're being guided towards pursuing. Oh wait, what was at the bottom again? Who or what is triggering you? There's something that's enlightening you, or something that is lighting the flame for you to like get up and start going. It's kind of reminded me of, was it Capricorn's reading the other day? Maybe Capricorn had Singer of Chalice. I can't remember who had that. But I feel like there's some overlapping messages coming through. Yeah, you're gonna have to do this. Alright. Let's just use this deck. Okay, I'm gonna use the Mermaid deck. Alright, show me clearly what's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements for the month of February 2025. What's going on for Leo for the month of February 2025? Show me clearly any messages for Leo. We got this 8 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So it's really showing how hardworking you are, how skilled you are, and you're practicing. But guess what? You're not doing this alone. I think that's what we talked about in like the previous Leo reading, is that a lot of you, there will be groups, communities. I was gonna say communication. Maybe that's, well, definitely communication that we highlighted within groups and teams. But there will be either divine encounters or meetings with people that are going to be alongside with you on this journey. People that are going to help you learn and grow, and you're going to be teaching each other a lot of valuable information. And wherever your weak spots are, you guys are going to be kind of building each other up. I was like building each other up, y'all. We have the Hierophant at the bottom, which is showing that there's learning and there's growing and there's dedication and commitment and like new contracts that are being fulfilled here. Taurus energy specifically. Hierophant, we have the Four of Cups, also Justice. So it's like, it's only a matter of time before you start to see the fruits of your labor pay off. You're kind of like, well, where is it? Or maybe you're feeling a bit pessimistic about this at the moment, but I'm telling you, things are turning around. Things are working out really, really well. Like, you're exactly where you need to be. Going back to this card, Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Oh my God, it's not focusing. Laying foundation, seeding the light, divine plan. The foundation that you have laid for yourself for this path, for this journey, everything's coming together. Everything's truly coming together, Leo. You are exactly where you need to be. I know you may have some doubts or hesitation at moments where you question, like, did I make the right choice, or am I on the right path? Should I really be going down this road? Is this truly in alignment for me? You just need to have trust and faith within yourself. You are talented, you are smart, you are skilled. You are more than capable, and you have all the resources you need. Seven of Pentacles, I think you got to give it some time to grow. You're anticipating and you're expecting something big to come out of this, something life-changing, right? We see this card, she's pregnant. Maybe you're pregnant, right? Maybe this is symbolic of somebody who is anticipating becoming a parent, a mother, a father, or like whatever this is. It could just be like symbolically speaking, where you're anticipating like birthing something new into your reality. And the moment it materializes physically is the moment where your life will be forever changed. Like, this is some significant stuff. This is really big. You're preparing, you're in kind of like getting your ducks in an order, getting everything just set in motion and organized, and like you're mapping everything out. And you know, I also feel like there's only so much. Look, we have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. We go from the 8 to the 7. There's only so much work you can do. There does seem to be like divine timing that's at play, and you may be sick of me saying that, but there's a massive divine timing that is at play in this situation. But what you're waiting for, you know how we go from the 8 to the 7, we're like, well, that's a decrease. Well, guess what? It's literally right here. What you're waiting for is literally right here. The Ace of Pentacles is at the bottom, so it's showing like, no, it's there. You're like, oh, Jade, but it's a decrease. 8 to the 7. It's like, no, it's still fucking here. Add that up. What is that? An 8. But it's also showing a brand new beginning and an opening. This door is opening towards a lot of blessings, a lot of abundance, a lot of fulfillment, longevity. Some of you are going back to school. Big investments for the future. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and Three of Pentacles. See, I feel like with help will get you there quicker. Leaning on others for support, teamwork, collaborating with people, that's definitely going to speed up the process. But even if you're doing this alone, you're going to get there. You're getting there. It's destined. It's meant to be. All right. What's going on for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements for the month of February 2025. The moon. Well, we are under the full moon in Leo. So this is a time where you're really needing to go inwards and listen to what your intuition has been screaming at you. There's also very creative energy, extremely creative, a lot of visions, a lot of desires, a lot of dreams that you're unlocking your highest potential for this area of your expertise. Like there's something here that you're extremely gifted at, you're extremely talented at, And it's time for you to let that shine. It's time for you to really express this part of you. It's time for you to really embrace this creativity and embrace this idea, this vision that you have. It's time for you to really step forward and take the lead. We have the Three of Wands, which is more of like a planning energy, and also like zooming on into like the itty bitty details and getting very specific. If you're manifesting during this time, this is where you're very specific on what it is that you're calling in, what it is that you're creating, what it is that you're building. You need to be very specific. You need to maybe do some more research if you're looking for launching a business or getting something published, or if you are looking for collaborating with people, right? We had that Three of Pentacles earlier. Do like a background check, or like really dive deep into who these people are, what their background is, who do they know, what are their what's that called? Oh my god, it's not coming to me. But you know, when, not like a pamphlet, but portfolio. There we go. Like looking at portfolios and stuff. Like, I don't know, it's just things I'm seeing. It's like, do your research. And when you think you've got it all, do another layer deep, okay? Eight of Wands and the Strength card. Yeah, like you got this figured out. You definitely got this figured out. You're in alignment. You're on the right track. But there's a lot of like mystery or the unknown, or I don't know, it feels like a lot of like happy surprises, or some surprises around the corner. And even like I said, gotcha can represent a bit of a surprising element, the element of surprise. All right, so get ready for that. Maybe you're not a fan of surprises, but the universe might have a few surprises up their sleeve. We have the World, Knight of Cups, and also the Nine of Swords. So cycles are definitely closing out here. You probably imagined this. This is so interesting. Look at this, Knight of Cups with the Nine of Swords. There are some things from your past being brought up. In terms of like relationships or like lovers that you had in the past, I do think that this is either coming up because you are dreaming of them, because you are being reminded of them, or like straight up like you actually got someone from your past that's like reaching out to you and they've been like kind of keeping tabs or seeing what you've been up to or asking about you. But anyways, with the World, there is a significant door that's closing. There's a big cycle of your life that is on its way out, which is fitting, right? We're about to head into Pisces season just around the corner. We'll be heading into eclipse season, and then also New Year, astrologically speaking, will begin the end of March. So we're on the verge of like New Year vibes. So it's kind of like bit of some pressure, a little bit of pressure cooker energy, but you're divinely protected. Everything's working out for you. You're safe. You're clear. You've learned a massive lesson. I'm seeing celebration around the corner. It's really good. The World and the Knight of Cups. Maybe there's a significant change in terms of your relationship status. If you're in a relationship right now, this is a big deciding factor of whether or not you want to stay committed, whether you are willing or ready or wanting to move things to the next level, or if you are wanting to end things or break things off. If this is bringing up someone that you have had history with, it's like there's going to be a closure. There's going to be a lot of insight, a lot of clarity, a lot of answers that you're going to be getting. And then Knight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Some of you have new love coming in, right? Maybe this is an end to your singlehood if you're single. Some of you have new love coming in, but there's something, Knight of Cups and the Nine of Swords, you're like overthinking, or there's, we're gonna see what's at the bottom, but there is either like an energy of not being entirely sure of what this person's intentions are, or like there's a lack of trust. Obviously, if this is something new, trust takes time to grow. Trucks? Maybe you're buying a new truck. Hopefully you're not having any car troubles. Trucks. What? Okay. Anyways, don't know where I was going with that. I just got thrown off when I said that. Trucks. Okay. Maybe you're dealing with a truck driver. There's some things from your past that you're going to be making peace with. I think that with that Nine of Swords and the... Okay, yeah, let me go back to this combination because this came out together. There's some things from your past that you can't seem to stop thinking about. You're stewing upon it. It's like there's certain answers that you have been seeking out to get. I do sense closure is coming. Big closure in regards to a romantic relationship. I do feel with that Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords, though, it's like you've been thinking worst case scenario. That goes back to the whole indie with Gotcha. It's like kind of, and even with Jihubia, which is that car of kind of, oh, why did I say car? Car and truck. Bro, what the fuck? Jihubia, it's the card of like fear and like nightmares and thinking that like, oh my god, there's a big bad boogeyman, he's out to get me. But like, a lot of the times with the Nine of Swords, it is in our head. A lot of the times we're blowing things out of proportion. We're making mountains out of molehills here. So do keep that in check. Do keep that in check. Now at the bottom we have the Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is showing here your success in terms of your money, finances, and career. So again, like there's so many different messages in this reading. It's a little bit scattered, but hopefully you can follow. Hopefully whoever this is meant to reach, it will reach you, like I'm sure. But there's like big moves in terms of your career, in terms of success and getting recognition. I'm seeing promotions. I'm definitely seeing a raise in terms of like your pay, or you're receiving certain benefits that you finally have unlocked, depending on like how long you've been working there, maybe after a couple of months, right? It's showing that you're finally receiving and reaping the rewards of your hard work and of your determination. And it's like you're being praised for how talented you are, how giving you are, how consistent you are, very understanding and patient and supportive you are. You are being supported because you give support. So it's a beautiful exchange of what you put out comes back around. There's this nice like boomerang, right? So that's good. Good vibes. Definitely seeing a lot of positive energy surrounding you this month. I wanted to pull you a couple moonology messages as we on the full moon, right? Full moon in Leo. Of course, we gotta pull some moonology messages, see how this full moon is playing out for you. Show me clearly what's going on for Leo in regards to this full moon in Leo. So things may be kind of heightened right now, or it's like things are reaching like all-time peak of energy. Maybe you're a Leo moon. Shout out to you if you're a Leo moon. You're having your lunar return. What's going on for Leo? Full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. Meet full moon in Leo. Don't let your pride get in the way. Okay? Somebody here is being a bit prideful. You or someone that you are dealing with. Maybe a bit of an avoidant energy or inflated ego. Egotistical. Don't let the pride get in your way of making mistakes, or, you know, especially going back to the card of like, how are you being called to step up and lead, and what is your soul calling you to do, and how divinely guided and protected you are to take those necessary steps. But like you're letting your pride get in your way. You're like, oh no, I'm not ready yet. It has to be perfect. Or I'm not going to start this until I'm 100% finished with this thing. Like, you know, like you're not fully allowing yourself to move forwards. And that's part of your pride and ego. Okay. It's like, how are you getting in the way of you having more fun, more play, more creativity? Because Leo in astrology rules the 5th house, and that is about play, that is about creativity, that is about fun and romance and sex, and just like, oh my goodness, look at all these cards coming out. There's a lot. We have communication is key coming out here. But what I was saying is like, how are you getting in your own way of having fun and enjoying pleasure and the things that fulfill you? We have a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. We got double Mercury energy, murky. Maybe like some things that are very murky or confusing will be settled in the near future because of conversation. So this is clearing up the murkiness with Mercury. We have you are good enough. Oh, look at all this. Virgo again. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Virgo's good. Nah, that's after. It's next month, y'all. It'll be March something. Don't have the date for that yet. I have not looked into the March transits, but eclipse season's around the corner. Now, technically speaking, the full moon in Virgo isn't like an eclipse, but the South Node is in Virgo, so this is still going to be significant stuff. So we'll talk about that more next month, but for the meantime, you are good enough. You are deserving of great things. We have prosperity lies ahead. Taurus energy. So much abundance that's around the corner, but you have to allow yourself to be open to receiving that, because some of y'all are like, oh, I don't deserve that. I'm not good. Like, you're clinging on, you're holding on, you're waiting for the moment to, like, I don't know, you're just kind of like delaying your process, or you keep telling yourself that you're not ready, but like you're delaying the inevitable is going to happen regardless, and why not start now? We also have a fiery climax approaches. So y'all gave me a lot of cards. Oh my god. Hold your vision at the bottom. So like I said, things are reaching an all-time peak. Things could be a bit dramatic right now. Mars has been retrograding for a very, very long time. I think like what, 5 months, or I don't know. I don't even know at this point. But it will be stationing direct later on in February. I can't remember the date for that either. I'm forgetful. I whatever, it is what it is. But you know, I'm kind of sensing that there will be this pickup of energy towards the end of February. There's going to be this big push of like motivation, of inspiration, of energy that like you've been kind of feeling a little bit burnt out. Like there's this huge push forwards that you're going to be experiencing that it takes you to just further success, more abundance, and more clarity even on like the relationship status and, you know, all that jazz, communication stuff. So I mean, like this covers a lot of different things, so hope that makes sense. Hope that clarifies or kind of gives you an idea of what you can expect. All right, well, let me look into, because I'm like, I don't feel like clarifying any of this just yet. I should look into like this stack of like, what's your soul calling you to do? How are you being called to step up and lead? Let's get some insight into this, because this seems to be coming up for you guys for a while now. Time to step up and lead. What's your soul calling you to do? So you need to answer the call. Will you answer it? That's the question. Will you answer this calling? Show me clearly. What's this calling? I might try my animal deck to clarify this, to be honest. I'm gonna try with the tarot. What's this calling Leo is being guided towards? Answer the call for Leo. 9 of Cups at the bottom, which talks about like something that would fulfill you. What is this calling? What's Leo's soul calling them to do? Knight of Wands. It's time to get going. It's time to take action. When inspiration hits, you better take advantage of that. When that inspiration suddenly comes upon you, you get that idea, write it down so you don't forget. What is Leo being called to do? What is Leo being called towards in the near future? The Sun, Leo energy. So I feel like this full moon in Leo, because right, Leo energy, the Sun, Leo, this full moon in Leo is illuminating some sort of action you need to take, or it's giving you an idea, or it's pushing you in some sort of direction that's going to lead to so much fulfillment and so much happiness. And like, look at how the planets are literally aligning for you. Like everything is aligning for you, for this moment, look at this. We have the Star at the bottom, which is your wish fulfillment. This is about your hopes and dreams. So like, what is your soul calling you to do? It's saying to follow your dreams, or it's like making your dreams a reality, something that you've always wanted to do, but you're too afraid, or like, no, I'm not gonna do that right now. No, not now, I'm not ready, or I don't have the time for it. Like you're making all these excuses as to why you can't or why you shouldn't. With the 7 of Pentacles, like you've been just kind of like waiting for the right moment. The moment is now, Leo. The moment has come. 5 of Wands. Why you've been resisting this? Or maybe there's just been a lot of, you know, there's been like, I guess out of all the things going on in your life, there's been a lot of competing for time, competing for energy, competing. There's also been some drama. There's been some struggles. There's been a lot of ups and downs, and just like you maybe just straight up did not have the energy for this because you had all these other fires to put out. So 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, but it's showing that with like patience and determination and just, you know, what would I say? Like you are overcoming these hurdles that are allowing you to finally prioritize this desire, this dream, this goal, this project. Like finally, this has been a long time coming. And you've also had to really like narrow things down or carve out the time for it, or like remove distractions, because there have been a lot of distractions. Go back to the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. This is also like competing, whether you have been literally competing, maybe you're in a competition for something, or there's just a lot of there's a lot of, I guess, whatever this is, that stream is, there's a lot of people who have the same dream. And it's like, how can you stand out or make yours different than the rest type of thing. So, all right, and so let's see, like, well, how are you being called to step up and lead? So we kind of get an idea of what this is, but how can you do this? How? Let's see what Spirit has to say about that. How is Leo being called to step up and lead? What can Leo do to get this show on the move, show on the roll, get this roll on the show? Get the show going, right? It's showtime. How can you get this ball rolling? Let's see. How is Leo being called to step up and lead? How can Leo get this going, get this moving? What can Leo do to really get the ball rolling? The Priestess. How is Leo being called to step up and lead? 5 of Cups. First thing, I gotta be honest, first thing I heard is stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You're like, oh, it didn't work out in the past, or, you know, this thing happened to me, and no, this is just how my life's gonna be. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. It's time to pick yourself up. Look, 6 of Swords at the bottom. It's time to pick yourself up. Use that pain. Use that sadness. Use that as your fuel. Use that as your motivation, man. Use that shit. Not all, by the way, not all is lost. Not all is lost. You're focusing on the wrong thing, right? So we're asking, well, how can Leo get this going? It's like, you're focusing on the wrong things. You're putting your energy on what you don't want versus what you should be focusing your energy on what you do want, or what is within your control that you already have, like, to get it rolling, like, you know? So it's like shifting your focus. If there have been any emotions that you've been suppressing or ignoring or trying to avoid, this is time to face them, confront them, to deal with them. Right? Maybe that's something, remember the card, don't let your pride get in the way. Maybe you've been really getting in your own way. Your pride, your ego is preventing you from facing these things. Therefore, it's creating a blockage in this other realm area of your life. How is Leo being called to step up and lead? Fool. You just gotta take the fucking jump. You gotta just take the risk. Some of y'all, you're stuck in the past. I gotta be honest, 5 of Cups and the Fool, you're free to move on. You are free, the opportunity is there, but there is part of you that does not want to let the past go, and you haven't felt ready. And that's okay, you know what, that's okay. But if this has been something that happened long time ago, I'm just saying, time's ticking. Every moment you got, every single day, very precious time. You're never gonna get those time back, you're never gonna get the days back. Right? So, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Take as long as you need. If you need more time to more and feel it, I respect that shit. My heart goes out to you. Good vibes, lots of good vibes to you. But like, there comes a point where you gotta get yourself up. Cause some of y'all have been in this. I've read a couple comments, and it's I seen someone's like, man, like, this was for Scorpio the other day, and they're like, I had like a really shitty day, but this reading like really cheered me up. And then someone commented, and they're like, well, I've had a shitty year for 4+ years. It's like, bro, this is not a competition. Like, with that mentality, how are you gonna move forwards? You can do it, but you gotta want to move on. You gotta want better for yourself, you know? So it's just like things that I'd be seeing, I'm like, damn, I could say something, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, you know? So, 5 of Cups with the Fool. You gotta move on even if you don't feel ready for it. You gotta try. Otherwise, life is gonna pass you by. The world is gonna keep on spinning with or without you. It's time to take this next step, Leo. Alright, what else you got for this card? We have Death Reverse. This fell out. What did this fall out on? It fell out on the moon. We also have the 7 of Wands. So this is showing the areas in your life that you've been resisting changing the changes. You've been holding on. You've been fighting you've been resisting. You've been making excuses as to why you can't or why you shouldn't or why it's impossible, or, you know, life is out to get you, or I don't know. But there's been resistance. It's the energy of fighting against the current. Ow, my elbow. I hit my funny bone. Right? Stop doing that to yourself. You're harming yourself more than good. You're causing more harm than good. You've been resisting. This full moon in Leo is illuminating what you have been resisting, or what you've been clinging on to, what you've been forcing, or what you have been ignoring or suppressing. We have the Magician underneath with the Queen of Wands and the Six of Cups. This is about reviving a past dream and making it a reality. There's this dream that you've had, there's this wish you've had, there has been this long dream ago, maybe childhood, like something from your way back past, that you have the ability to create something even better. It's like you're trying to resort or go back to how it used to be, but actually it's not even about going back to how it used to be, it's about recreating something better. A better future. You're looking back at the past of how great it was, and you wish you could just go back in a time machine and experience it all again. No. See, like, again, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're looking at these cups, you're like, oh, I just wish that this cup was filled and that cup was filled, and no. You can refill those cups. Those cups have been spilled. You're like, but I want it back. It's like, guess what? There's something better. There's something better, okay? But you have to be willing and ready to, like, expand, right? And I know it could be hard, but that just keeps coming out. So all right, well, let me wrap up your reading with some cards from the Everything Oracle, and I'll let you go. So these are just going to be extra messages, confirmation, any themes that you can expect, or anything that I missed in this reading, honestly. Anything, whether it might be related, it might not, it might be completely random, but I'm going to just see any final thoughts, final messages for Leo. Sun, Moon, Eyes, and Venus placements. What do you have for Leo for the month of February 2025? Any final thoughts or messages for Leo? Sun, Moon, Eyes, and Venus placements. Show me clearly. Oh, my necklace is backwards. Oh, it's all tangled. Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore it. Whatever, it is what it is. What's going on for Leo? Final thoughts, final messages for Leo in the month of February. Final thoughts, final messages. All right. We have rejection at the bottom. Well, we all know rejection's redirection. So I know it sucks, but change, right? You're being rejected because something better is coming in, and there's a much needed change that is happening. If it wasn't for that rejection, perhaps the necessary changes that you're being called towards making, or the changes going on in your life, it wouldn't have happened that way. So we have one card coming up saying not worth it. Something just ain't worth your energy, worth your time no more. We have the truth will come out, right? This full moon in Leo definitely illuminating things within you that you have been in denial about, or like truths that you've needed, some harsh truths. Maybe this reading, maybe like kind of was a bit of that. I don't know. We have free will, right? You got your free will. You don't have to take the truth. You don't have to believe the truth. You don't have to resonate with it. We have Earth sign. We also have guilt. Earth sign and guilt. Well, someone here feels guilty. Maybe you feel guilty to move on. Or someone is guilting you. Right? Maybe someone's trying to convince you, like, no, it is worth it. But you're like, no, the fuck it isn't. It's not worth it. And maybe you feel guilty about that. Alright, so that's random as fuck. Your numbers are 61, 109, 99, 111, 111, and 30. So maybe those numbers might be important. Maybe you're 30, maybe you're 61, maybe you're born 1999. But yeah, so Leo, I hope this helps you in some sort of way. Lots of different messages. Obviously use your discernment, but I'm going to leave your reading here, and I will see y'all later. Stay safe, stay blessed, have a wonderful day, happy full moon, and I will talk to you later. Bye, Leo.